Hi guys, my name's Danielle. I'm the owner here at Show Little Skincare, and I just wanted to come on and do a quick review video because I feel like these don't happen often enough, I think, from professionals. And I know it's affected me. I go to buy, something new that catches my eye, and there's absolutely no reviews from a professional, let alone about, whether or not it works, if it's worth the money, that kind of thing. And, that can really affect pretty much any of our buying decisions nowadays is reviews. So I saw this product originally quite a while ago, and I thought it was cool, but there was nothing about whether or not it worked. So I just held off and kept holding off. And now looking back, I'm actually bummed that I was missing out on it for so long, because come to find out it was, a really great product, and I genuinely love it in my treatment room. And I just really wanted to come on and share it with you guys, especially now that they have a new product in their lineup, and I just hope it helps somebody else maybe make that decision a little bit faster. So what I'm talking about are the Bushwaxer silicone wax cans. So we're all used to having just the plain old tin wax cans, and those are, to get an empty one, it's like $4, I think. So you have a choice: either you buy an empty tin and you put some type of wax in it, or you have to buy a preloaded tin from whatever said company. But I don't know about you guys, but I am always looking for a new wax. Like, I love the waxes I use, but I'm always willing to try something new to at least give it a go and see if it's, worth my time and effort. So I figured I would go ahead and use this product because, yeah, $4 for an empty tin isn't much, but it stacks up eventually. And that way, rather than having to either waste a whole tin if I don't like the wax, or whatever the case may be, it, in the long run, I feel like works better for me. And then it has other uses as well. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is the Bushwaxer wax tin, okay? And it is a beautiful little silicone wax tin, and I intentionally pulled this out for this video. So the idea being that when it is cold, okay, you can literally pop it out. So these particular tins actually come with the collar separate. Okay, so that also means you can put the collar on a regular tin of wax and not have to use a disposable one. The beauty of this is that once these wax pots are cool, the wax will literally just like pop right off. It doesn't stick to the wax collar at all or to the tin, which is great, because then it means that if you want, you can swap it out. Like, we've all had that one wax that we decided to try that was absolute garbage, and then we're sitting there going, well, now I've got a half a tin of this wax, what am I going to do with it? So either heat it up, pour it out, try and clean out that empty tin. No, we just chuck the whole thing, which then also means that empty tin right out the door too. So now you can actually try something new and not have to worry about it. And I like too that these wax collars, it takes all those little bits and pieces that we drip onto the wax collar, and I mean, yeah, it's nothing in the overall scheme of things, but it's still technically product waste, which does eventually cut into our bottom line. Even in the slightest way, profit margin is a beautiful thing, only when it's not being negatively impacted. So I like the idea that even when wax falls on the collar, once it's cool, you can literally just pop it right back into the tin. So now I've kind of got some of these little bits off of here. I'm gonna make a mess on my floor for you. But I can turn this thing inside out, and boom, there's that wax. And my tin is now empty. So now this just needs a quick little wash down, and it's good to go. I have noticed that over time, because they sit in your wax spots every day, and my wax spots turn on an automatic timer, that it does eventually kind of discolor the inside of the pot. It doesn't seem to be doing on the outside, it's just on the inside, like a heat mark. But it doesn't seem to be affecting the wax at all, which I love. So that's a beautiful thing. But now here I am with my empty tin. I can try something else. So it is an overall great product, and I was just, like I said, really bummed that I didn't take the leap on it sooner, because now I have two of them, and they just recently came out with their big kettle can. So I just invested in this not too long ago, and as you can see, already it's very easy for you to get the little bits of wax everywhere. how when you take the cap off, and this beautiful pot now looks very messy very quick. And that kills me because this was literally after just like a few days of not cleaning it up every day. This is how it starts to look. And that just drives me crazy because it looks messy. And, you know, that also means then I have to be super anal about taking the time to clean it all the time. So luckily, Bushwaxer came up with a solution. And this is it. It is called the Kettle Can. And it was designed specifically for this pot. And I'm super excited because today I'm going to get all the wax out of there, and I'm going to get it all poured over into this bad boy and get this in. And now you can see it's got one solid piece. The collar is built in, so there's no separation on that, which I think is brilliant. Because of course, once this bad boy goes in, it's never coming out. And because the collar is squared, it is going to cover the whole top of my wax pot. I'm not going to have any mess on the top of my pot ever again. And there's still a nice little lip right here, which will be perfect for swiping your stick, and it can run right back down into the pot. Oh, it's going to be fantastic. I think this is a great design, and I'm looking forward to getting it set up in my wax pot. So I will get this all put together. I've literally cranked up my heat on my wax to soften it as much as possible so I can pour it over, get that bad boy cleaned out, and then once I get it all set up, I will come back and add to the video. Okay, so I have swapped my wax over, cleaned out my pot, and put in the brand new Kettle Can from Bushwaxer. And I have to say, I think I'm in love. So it fits perfectly, lines up exactly to the edge of my pot. In some ways, because there's a lip here, I almost wish it would like actually lay over top of it just to kind of protect that edge all the way. But for some reason it doesn't. So, I mean, it lines up perfectly sitting right on top of that edge. And like just a slight overlap, so nothing terrible by any means, but just because there is this little lip, it would be cool if it actually laid all the way over. So maybe Kettle Can 2.0, that might be a good idea, just to kind of completely lay it over. I mean, it kind of does, but I feel like it, see it, like a corner pops up. So, oh well, but like I said, otherwise it lines up perfectly. And so I actually got this all swapped over, and I wanted to, while it was still off, now actually be able to show you how this works, okay? There, when the wax is cool, and it's up here on your lip of your wax pot, you can literally just fold it in. Toss all that wax right back into the pot, push it down. See, I can really just take it all down. But as you can see, now all of that potential wax that would have been lost, all stuffed right back into the can. So now tomorrow, when my wax pots turn on, it'll be all nice and pretty and clean, and I will have even saved a little bit on wax, no matter how minuscule. It's a beautiful thing. And we even got the nice little like wipe lip right here, which is great because even if you're, you know, wiping off on the edge right there, it's going to catch it in this like little well right here and let it roll back in. And even if some does come out over, like I said, you could literally just fold it right back in as soon as it's cool. So I gotta say, loving the Kettle Can. I think it's gonna work beautifully. I think it's gonna save me a lot of wax. It makes my pot look super cool, and my lid does fit perfectly right over top of that lip. It's an exact fit, so it's nice and sealed. That is just a fantastic fit. So yeah, I would say other than just this slight like wish list but non-essential, if it actually like hugged down over the top of it, that'd be great. But it doesn't, so I mean, and who knows, maybe that's like a heat thing. Who knows? Either way, my pot is going to stay a whole heck of a lot cleaner, And now it'll be so much easier to actually clean everything out, because once it's hard and dry, you can literally turn the can inside out and pop your hard wax right out, clean it up, wipe it down, do whatever you got to do. Or if you want to swap out what type of wax you're using, boom, done. So, very pleased. I'm excited to now have this incorporated into my treatment room along with my little fellers down here. If you are thinking about buying these Bushwaxer silicone pots, do it. Worth every penny. And I mean, just for the small amount of wax that you're going to save over time, that'll pay for it eventually. It might take a while, but it'll do it. And I mean, shoot, the amount of time you're going to save not having to clean up all that crap and disposable, paper collars on your pot. Those are all disposable items that now you're not going to have to spend money on. So, Bushwaxer wax can, it's great. If you guys are thinking about buying any of the Bushwaxer wax pots, these silicone cans, do it. They're worth the investment. They're worth the money. They work really well. They really eliminate a lot of cleanup. And I'm looking forward to seeing what else he comes out with, because I think this is just a great little line of products that save me time and money. And those are two things that I never have enough of. So if you're thinking about it, you want something like this in your business, go for it. I give it 5 stars, and I'm really enjoying them, and I'm glad I invested them in my business. And hopefully maybe he'll come out with other colors.